Welcome back to the channel. It is time to start harvesting rhubarb, one of my favorite times of year. How do I know? Because the seed heads have emerged. So what I will do as I go to harvest, I'll actually pull these seed heads out and I reach way down in and I grab and I pull. So there's been a controversy usually with people that are rhubarb connoisseurs. Do you pull your rhubarb or do you cut it with a knife? I do both. If I can pull it, I pull it. If I can't get it to pull out real clean the way I want, then I'll cut it. There will be controversy on this topic. I'm sure I'll get comments on it. I've had all kinds of wives' tales on this topic and more to do with the rhubarb. The leaves are not edible. They're obviously toxic. We only eat the stems on the rhubarb, but I'm going to go through now and pull these heads out. Again, I'm just going to reach down in. And then when you pull it out, it looks like this. And I'm simply going to put these in my compost, which is behind me, the black bin. I'll put these all in my compost, but I'm going to pull them on the ground for now. I'm going to get all of these. And some of them can be quite long, as you can see. So the one thing to note about the seed heads is they are hollow inside versus a stick of rhubarb, which is solid. The reason you want to pull the seed heads off is because the rhubarb itself will start getting stringy. I have harvested rhubarb all through summer up until frost. If the stem gets mushy, I stop harvesting. But there's no reason you can't harvest it throughout the season as long as you're deadheading the flower heads. There's so many great recipes. Some of the recipes that I've used date back well over 100 years ago to my great-grandparents. So that's always fun for my children. They always like to hear those stories. The original mother plant probably dates back to the late 1800s, which is just a fun fact for our children. And I like to know that I have something that was a piece of history for my family. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some of the rhubarb, and I might try to get the camera in here so you can see what I'm doing. So I'll try to take you in here with me into the jungle. So what I'm looking for are let me move the smaller one. What I'm looking for are the big pieces like this. And I'm going to pull it out, and you can see just how beautiful that is. And so I'm going to continue to pull until I have a bunch like this. So I'm going to keep pulling, and I like working kind of on the outside and then work my way in since the big leaves are here anyway, and I don't really want to step on them. I'm going to move them out of the way. One thing great about harvesting in the spring is everything's really nice and firm. And so it snaps really nice for you when you try to harvest it by hand. Again, you can use the butcher knife and cut it if you want. But you don't want to cut too deep and cut down into the root. This is a red variety, or a ruby variety of rhubarb. Some of them are probably even darker red on the stems, but this is just what I have. Again, this is an old family rhubarb patch. So what you want to end up with are the pieces like this. Again, this part's poisonous. This part's poisonous, so I make sure I go a couple inches below the veining. If it's fresh enough, it will snap like this. And if it doesn't snap, you can also just take the knife. Sometimes it's just fun to machete the heads off. As long as you watch your fingers on the... Another use of the rhubarb is to use it as a weed block. I have put it around the base of other trees or plants that I want to kill the weeds. This will kill all the weeds that it touches, so it can be used for that as well. So I got a nice collection of rhubarb here, and I'm going to go bake something delicious. Let me know in the comments, what's your favorite rhubarb recipe? I've got a few of them. My husband likes strawberry rhubarb pie. I like rhubarb crisp. Let me know, what's your favorite? If this video is helpful, give us a thumbs up so YouTube knows to share this content with others. Also, check my playlist in the description. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great day.